Hey, what's up, good people? I'm QC. Welcome to this Talkin' and Grubbin special edition, and I'm still continuing with my top 10 unsung NBA champions. At number 6, I have the 1980 LA Lakers. Now, everybody remembers the 80s Lakers as the Showtime Lakers because of their high flying, entertaining offense. But people fail to realize it took the late Bill Sharman to work a little magic to start this run. Magic Johnson was picked first overall by the Lakers in the 1979 NBA draft. He was fresh off of winning the NCAA championship, where his Michigan State Spartans knocked off Larry Bird's Indiana State Sycamores. Jerry West felt that Magic would be the perfect running mate for their star center Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and it seemed like Magic was being drafted by the Lakers at the right time as the team was going through a transition heading into the 80s. In 1979, Jerry Buss, a very successful LA businessman, purchased the Lakers from Jack Kent Cooke for $67.5 million. Cook decided to focus on the Washington Redskins, where he won 3 Super Bowls during the 1980s and 1990s. The Lakers front office felt confident that they had surrounded Magic and Kareem with the necessary pieces that'll help them get back on top again, with players like Michael Cooper, Jamal Wilkes, Norm Nixon, Spencer Haywood, and Jim Jones. The start of the 1979-80 NBA season couldn't have gone any better for the Lakers. They were 10-4 after the first 14 games, but soon the team would be hit with some devastating news. Head coach Jack McKinney was severely injured in a motorcycle accident that left him in a coma for a while, so he was unable to continue as head coach of the Lakers for the rest of that season. His assistant Paul Westhead was instantly promoted to head coach, and Westhead pulled Pat Riley from the TV booth to join him on the sidelines as his assistant coach. And the Lakers didn't miss a beat as they went 50-18 under Paul Westhead. They finished with a 60-22 record, which was the second best record in the NBA. They finished first in offensive rating while finishing ninth in defensive rating. Also, they finished second in points scored while finishing 11th in points allowed. The Lakers clinched the first round bye, but they dominated the Phoenix Suns and Seattle Supersonics as they beat both teams in 5 games in the conference semifinals and the conference finals. The Lakers faced off against Dr. J and the Philadelphia 76ers in the NBA Finals. As the third seed in the East, the 76ers had a dominating run throughout the Eastern Conference playoffs. They swept the Washington Bullets in the first round, they knocked off the Atlanta Hawks in 5 games in the conference semifinals, and beat the Boston Celtics in 5 in the conference finals. The first 4 games of the finals were highly contested battles. Both teams had won at home, and they've won on each other's floor. And Kareem, who had been named MVP for that season, was a man amongst boys. He had a few 30-plus point games and a 40-plus point game. After Game 5, the Lakers took a 3-2 series lead, but it came at a cost. Kareem suffered an ankle injury in the fourth quarter of Game 5. The doctors ruled him out for Game 6. In fact, he couldn't even travel with the team. So in a bold move, Paul Westhead put Magic at starting center. On the road in Philadelphia, Magic put on a legendary performance. He scored 42 points, averaged 15 rebounds, and 7 assists, as he carried the Lakers to their 7th NBA championship. Also, Jamal Wilkes averaged 37 points and grabbed 10 rebounds. Getting the start at center for Kareem, Jim Jones also averaged a double-double by finishing with 10 points and grabbing 10 boards. And in a rare start, Michael Cooper finished with 16 points. Based on that Game 6 performance, Magic Johnson was named Finals MVP. He averaged 21 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists throughout the series. Kareem had a dominating series by leading both teams in points and rebounds with 33 points and 13 rebounds per game. If he wouldn't have been injured, I think he would have been the Finals MVP. And they both got major contributions throughout the series. Jamal Wilkes averaged 21 points and 7 rebounds per game, while Norm Nixon averaged 15 points and 7 assists per game. As we stepped into the 80s, we saw the birth of Apple and hip hop. But the 1980 Lakers were on the cusp of helping the NBA become reborn. They just weren't bringing a lot of old fans back, they were bringing in new fans as well. Also, what makes them unsung is look how talented that team was. Yes, everybody looks at Magic and Kareem, but Jamal Wilson was a great player. He's a Hall of Famer. And Norm Nixon was a pretty solid guard. Plus, look at the offensive foundation Paul Westhead laid down so they could become the Showtime Lakers. Once Pat Riley took over as head coach, he kept Paul Westhead's offensive strategy and just put some of his nuances on it. 5 down, 5 more to go. What do you think about the 1980 Los Angeles Lakers? Leave it in the comment section below. Till next time, y'all have a good one. Love y'all to life. QC out. Also, I will be live streaming during every game of this year's NBA Finals until a 2019 NBA champion is crowned. So, join me in the chat. Hey, what's up, good people? It's QC once again. Now that you saw the video, subscribe to the channel. When you do, click on the bell icon so that way you won't miss any new videos from me and be mad. Let your family and friends miss those videos and let them be mad. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, like me on Facebook. Thanks for watching.